go. Okay, so single or rapid. I almost said or fusion there, but we're not there yet, thankfully.
Yeah.
Who wants to play Mew until the entire thing rotates? Because you know Mew is very good.
The pet that never dies.
You could call it Muternal. Haha.
I'm fairly sure if it was legal, it would still be being played.
Oh yeah.
And that is where we're starting today off with. Alright.
Heads. Oh wait, are you ready?
Yep.
Heads. I will go first.
Oh yeah, don't worry, all of that's staying in.
Mulligan?
It's too funny not to anyway.
Okay. Yep, I do not mull.
Ooh. Caw. He's a bird. Since we're not going to see it on here because the deck is pretty much the same as the one from me, since we did some tweaking stuff with this, I just want to say the alternate art for this one is the guy with the taxi, and the VMAX of this is literally just Corv having the taxi on its head as opposed to in the talons. It is great. So, yeah.
Pokémon, shuffling a single strike VMAX.
Yep.
And these are just straight up ones that I forgot actually had these character arts too, because they have alternate arts in the Battle Styles set, and I was like, oh, these are cool, I'll keep those out, but I forgot they actually have ones with Gloria too, you know.
There's a Pig Knight card that shows the other side of this.
Yes, there is. This is literally just Tyranitar's Goku, right?
I mean, it eats him out, and as a Larvitar, it's got a big appetite, right?
True.
I want to start setting up these. Start setting up the dogs.
Yep.
Capture energy.
Always a good plan.
Get another dog. And a single strike Urshifu V from the hand. And that's it for my turn.
So I guess we'll get there when we get to the VMAX, but I realized as I was like trying out stuff this week, it's like that Salazzle deck I was looking at literally gets destroyed by Corviknight VMAX just being immune to the ability of Weeping Bell, right? It's like you're a fire deck, but you can't do anything against the metal bird because the stupid thing is immune to you.
Quick ball discarding metal energy. Let's see what we've got in here. Well, that's always in play. Chaotic Swell. Boss in one of the dogs.
Okay.
Crobat for 4. And Clutch.
Yeah, we're going for this line, are we?
You can't retreat. Well, yeah, why not? I mean, I wouldn't want to potentially take 240 to like 280 on the second turn.
VMAX.
Sheesh.
Single strike on the VMAX. And from there, it's just going to be a mark.
Yep.
And I'm going to have to pass from there.
Metal Saucer. Bronzong.
Yeah, this is all. Yep.
No, sorry, Bronzong.
It's all good, it's all good.
Did I put that down? Do I need to put that down? Probably excessive.
Yeah, it seems a little excessive, doesn't it?
Pokemon Communication, Corviknight.
So I had one game in testing with this deck earlier that I literally got like the turn 1 Sky Hurricane because I got like the Bronzong down, I got 2 Metal Sources, I even had Zacian in play in case I didn't hit it for like Intrepid Sword. It was the grossest freaking turn I have ever seen go in second.
Do abilities count as effects?
What do you mean?
Zamazenta V.
Yeah, it will punch through that, yeah. We've unfortunately established this when I was trying it out midweek.
No worries, just figured to make sure.
Yeah, it's a full shred. It just...
In which case, do I want to go grab that? So...
I think that was the only reason I didn't end up winning. Well, that and the fact if I didn't find Swell were like the only reasons I didn't end up winning this matchup. Because I think otherwise it's pretty reasonable. You have to put so much extra damage on yourself that it's generally okay.
Grab Bronzor. Barney.
Okay. That's not...
I'm not sure if I want to clutch it.
I mean... Is there a reason
Probably
not to?
Yeah, that's just worried about getting one bloat, I guess.
I mean, that discards all
Probably
the
not
energy.
lying.
It does discard all the energy as well. I mean, if you get rid of this guy, how's the one blow happening? It takes 4 energy.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll clutch the Houndour.
Bench Jirachi. Switch. Still a wish.
The classic. Even without its precious escape board, it's still a good card. I mean, it was played before that as well, right? So, like before that truly took off.
Big ball. Mention of Arachi. Quick ball discarding Burn. Get Deaders. Deaders discarding Urshifu VMAX. People connect the Rauchi.
Yep.
Rauchi. Again. Mommy.
Okay.
It's usually solid.
Venture Puppy. Fighting on the Urshifu VMAX. Karate Belt on the Urshifu VMAX.
Yep.
And Mommy. do. I could have bombed below this turn if I wanted.
Yeah. At the same time, though, again, like even if you did, it's like, oh well, right? We lose one energy. You then lose your karate belt as well as 2 single strikes. Bit of damage is on you. It's like you're not even taking 3 prizes for it, so I don't even know if it would be good.
Roar on the Tyranitar.
Yep.
And I'll pass it back to you there.
I'm very tempted to do that, but I'm not sure it's correct.
Oh, I think I see what you're... Yeah.
But I'm also not sure if it's incorrect either. And I was looking at this hand, we were sort of seeing a problem. You'd need a switch and a boss. That's painful if that happens. At the same time, I'm 3-shotting the Jirachi if I do what I'm doing. I think we have to do this. Intrepid Sword.
Okay.
Hand is not good, we get 1.
Well, I can still do the game.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because you're going to be Stellar Wishing anyway, but like, yeah, for...
I mean, there's actually a line there where I did just...
yeah, because you didn't get clutch.
Yeah.
I think you need a lot to try and take out what's on the back here.
Why is single strike energy on the Tyranitar and Marnie.
Good morning.
What just happened there? The deck ate my Marnie.
How?
Please. Basically, I put my card down on this card pile as it was resolving Marnie, so it ate the Marnie before instead of the deck instead of discard pile.
Is this the one from last turn or something?
Yeah.
I guess... Oh, you've used it like 3 turns in a row, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
Marnie a lot.
Huh, okay. Well, I was gonna like manually try and search it out
You're gonna
for
have
you,
to
but
search
yeah.
for it because it's not in the bottom 3.
Uh-huh. Well, there is one there, so...
Okay. Fix game state.
Weird, okay.
Pokémon in Jirachi.
Yep.
Get Houndoom. Raw. I've not used Stellar Wish yet, have I?
No, not this turn.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yep,
Stellar
Oh,
Wish.
it
damage.
needs to go to
Yep.
4.
It does indeed. It is not costless after all.
Take a money.
You can't use that one at least.
Oh.
Nope.
Switch. And single strike brush.
Discard the top 4 of your own deck.
Yeah, I think I might be fine with that.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. 2 prizes get taken before we go further. Yep, and the damage was dealt from the roar as well. So Bronzong established.
Versus research. Metal saucer. Quick ball discarding Pokemon communication.
Big Bird.
VMAX Hurricane.
Did we attach for turn? Or are you
Yes. I'm fairly sure I did.
You had
Going to
Saucer.
Zacian?
I know you did Saucer.
I think I attached one onto the Zacian.
Okay. That's fine. I'm just making sure that everything was done that was needed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure I attached one to the Zacian because it was
That's
at
okay.
1.
Right, 2 prizes taken.
Come on. One thing off the top. Well, I got 2. No, doesn't do it.
Yeah, we're gonna need a lot here.
Well, I'm just looking at my hand. I'm doing the math here. I just need to find either an urn or an energy.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You're gonna need a lot.
Quick ball, discard research. Get a Crobat. Robat for 2. Oh,
Yeah, it was never happening.
it's so cool though. It would have been. It would have been so cool. It would have been. Here.
It currently cannot attack Sai, and it's without additional stuff. Karate Belt specifically removes a fighting from cost, not a colorless.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay.
Too funny right now. You'd have my stadium, the swell in play.
Mm-hmm.
Switch. Stellar Wish. And 1 turn. Find an urn. Use it.
2 of them single strikes going back.
Boss in the Bronzong. Go with Operation B as long as possible. And raw, then I'm going to pass myself raw.
Okay. Pokemon Communication, Corviknight VMAX.
Looking for Slate, quickly.
Another one.
Professor's Research. Switch.
Yeah, Major have it. Major have it.
Since this has gone to the bench, can this still?
Oh, it can
not
attack.
use?
It can attack. This
Just
is the
making sure.
This is the old classic with this stuff.
G-Max Hurricane.
Yep. Roll. Is there a point setting this guy up? No, so we're just going to go for Leon.
I saw this artwork earlier when I was looking for the card for stuff. Otherwise, really nice one to be honest.
Yep. And G-Max one below.
Yep. The single strike energy does plus 20, so it's doing 340 here.
Well, that's zero retreats.
Yeah, we always bring in the thing that doesn't have a retreat. Now
I was trying to get that Leon combo off last turn, but I could not find that energy or an urn.
well, you already got rid of 2 urns, so the question is, how on earth are you getting the last one here? Is going to be the next question. There's 3 urn in the discard, all the energy are accounted for, right? Except, like, well, 1 maybe?
Patching, coding, Professor's Research.
Yeah, this is the hard part. It's like, what the hell? I've burned through a lot to get that far. Yeah, maybe this Tyrannosaurus wasn't a good idea. It was an experiment.
Metal Saucer.
I don't think it was bad necessarily. It's just tough in this bit, right? It didn't hit the target you probably wanted it to hit.
Well, and it was a bit too expensive to do it. Wrote. I can't give you 2 prizes here. I'm gonna have to give you a Houndoom.
I just realized, did you not that it matters here, but did you saucer to the Crobat by the way? Because it doesn't work like that, right?
Oh.
It's fine because
Yeah,
you'll
you
just
have to
transfer.
metal.
You'll just transfer it. It's not a problem. But
Yeah,
just for anyone
sorry.
following along,
Yeah.
it has to go to a metal Pokemon first, because one of your benched metals is what Saucer goes to. Again,
I
does
think
not.
it would have been an acceptable shorthand in a tournament setting anyway. So.
Yeah, you would just need to have. You'd have probably been called out on it immediately and going, okay, yeah, it's attaching. It has to attach to this, and then we transfer over. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Of course, the other way that probably should have happened if you were going to rope is you could have zero retreated out and then just rode back and like switch back to this anyway. would have saved the attach.
G-Max Hurricane.
Yep.
I feel like denying you energy at this point is probably...
Prize gets taken.
Yep.
Yeah, what's going from here?
Yeah, and the karate belt can't go back online now either because you're at 1 prize each. So...
Yeah, I know you either had to give me a 2-prize or you had to give me a Houndoom, and both are not great for you.
Well, considering the 2-prize that ends the game, yeah.
Finish a Jirachi. Quick ball. Discard Houndoom. Probably just a fail, but actually no. I can pick
There's not a reason to fail Surge here, right?
Yeah, I just realised I should be putting stuff to the bottom.
Yep.
Better Houndoom. Not that it really matters because money. How's the money? Any line for me to win from here? I don't think there is.
Do we just show him in and just like ding it anyway? There are boss in the discard. It doesn't matter what you do here, I'm afraid. Single prize left. This has got 0 retreat, so it goes out to Zacian and boss up anything on the board and Brave Blade for KO. Yeah. That's why I was like, I appreciate it, but I know you're going to agonize over this turn for another like 3-4 minutes, and it isn't going to matter.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to save you the mental energy.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was just going through. Okay, is there any line where I actually live and can actually kill back that urn?
No, you absolutely. I mean, you'd absolutely need Urn to do anything with it there, I think. But yeah. No, I just wanted to say I wanted to save you the mental energy here.
Yeah, I don't. It's okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, again, I wish there was something more efficient in this slot. Because that's what got me there. I spent too much energy on that.
Yeah, it's tough. You had to spend all 3 singles on it because of the way stuff lined up, and yeah, that's the tough bit. Is then all of your single strike energy went away.
Yeah, I think it was better off just being another V. Oh, but then I would have evolved the V. When I had a VMAX in hand, I was going to discard. I wouldn't have just held that.
You would have. And then it doesn't do enough damage to beat down the thing, so you still got to commit to the one blow line anyway, and then it gets a bit tough from there. And if you didn't commit, gonna say if you didn't commit that way, then even though it doesn't get protected from one blow, the Zamazenta's Assault Tackle is still a pain in the butt for you, because it's like it discards one of your single strike energy, and then it also goes ahead and like forces you to one blow it, so you have to discard more, and the 240 from Corviknight is then enough to get the revenge KO anyway, so it's like even if this doesn't get protected from one blow, it does get protected from beatdown. So like you have to full commit in order to get rid of the Zamazenta, and the fact if it's like an auto special discard as well could have been a right pain in the butt there. So yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I also got a pretty bad start there because I didn't find any Raikou early, which always sucks.
Yeah, Sai didn't get a Bronzong early, so there was a bit of an annoyance there as well. It wasn't perfect on either side.
I think the key turn there was not finding that way of getting the Leon kill off turn earlier.
Yeah.
I did have it in hand. It's like I just needed to find one more energy from somewhere.
Yeah, you had already discarded 2 Urn, so I guess there is that. But yeah, it's a bit awkward.
Start playing the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I mean, you discarded one.
You're not
used
on
one.
the 4 towers build anymore.
No. This that was the swap around after. It was going. Yeah, probably just gonna go back to this.
Well, I spent with the Raikou. I like the flow of the Raikou because this puts me behind to activate my stuff down here. Which I guess is the other things could be reason to drop this is that it doesn't play with Belt. It's still fine with Dojo, but energy's a bit tight on Dojo anyway.
Yeah.
The other experiment was get his finding with his Leon, because Leon does actually make those VMAX kills much easier.
You only need 2 energy at that point for the single strike, so you could have a basic fighting as well at that stage. Because other than Victini, which is 310, obviously that's the frailest one. Most of them are 320, or like yourself is
320
330.
kill with one single strike plus the Leon.
Yeah,
30 bleeds
yeah,
plus the
but
Leon.
that means you've got 2 basic fighting energy on there, so you've spent 3 turns manually attaching to this thing to do that. So that's why I'm like, that's not practical. That's why I'm not factoring that in, right? You need
But
to.
yeah, but it is taking up valuable space. It could have been another energy, which would have been amazing there. It could be a bigger evolution line.
Yeah.
There's options here. They're not great options.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
want to mess around with it though.
Yeah. It's funny because we're probably not seeing the other bear this time round, even though that was the quote-unquote more successful one. But it's nice to see at least the general idea of this works out well. And to be fair, this does very well into like everything that I've hyped up being amazing in this this round. This kind of being one of them because oh my god, this card is ridiculous. So like,
it's just like, you better be one-shotting me, or I'm just gonna play this.
And that's the reason to play the single strike deck down here, because it's one of the only ones that actually can one-shot, right? So
yeah, very little in this format one-shot. It's like this and the Cramorant.
Yeah, and the Cramorant has the RNG its way to doing it, right? Which is very hard under Chaotic Swell, plus the goggles makes it 5 flips instead of 4 that you need in its favor, so it's very difficult for that to go. Meanwhile, just a consistent 240 every single turn that you can cycle between because it's got 0 retreat for reasons. I guess it must have used like 4 Supersonic Sky Strikes somehow, even though you only get 3 turns with it. Because, oh man, it's fast. 1 retreat on the Corviknight V as well. Utterly ridiculous. So yeah, it's just like, this guy, I mean, it has a pretty annoying first attack as well, which is kind of good for it, and the VMAX is just insane. Like, 240 is a really good number to hit right now, because you nix every single basic V, except literally, like, Wailord. I mean, next set Blissey, but that's not until next set. Even without using your single strike roar, Tyranitar would fall if you were just like manually hitting it that way, right? So it's kind of absurd.
I was wondering if I was going to have to just swing with the Corviknight V.
I have,
Tyranitar,
yeah,
which
I
is
have
reasonable.
many times. It wouldn't have been an unreasonable way of proceeding through that game, because then you take the KO on this guy because he had 2 roars used on him, and then you're only giving up 2 prizes to the resulting GMAX 1 blow, which still has to consume all of its energy. That is not optional, it has to always discard every energy that's on it. So giving up only 2 prizes instead there, that would have been pretty devastating for this dude, right? Because then you just need to concentrate on killing this guy at that point. So you just chain like your Brave Blade or your GMAX Hurricane, right? And what is it gonna do? There's nothing. There's
very
nothing else
sad.
to it. Exactly.
There's no Cheryl in here either.
It's a tough one to try and work into this sort of thing, really. It's a weird,
My
weird
logic
deck.
with the Tyranitar was partly because it's a slightly easier attacker that gives up less prizes if I need it to be, which is. But this guy might still be better for that.
It's possible, yeah. 180 with the probably 2 energy that it would have on it is 220 is not too bad for most situations, so that's usually alright. Obviously the problem with it...
Oh no, you hit that guy unless you got a thing.
Yeah. It hits Zacian and Corv unless there's goggles on them. Because, yeah, 220 is that thing. It doesn't hit the Zamazenta, but you're probably not as fussed about that. I guess you would be annoyed by it, though, because Assault Tackle is still annoying if it, unless you, obviously you could just get killed by something else. But if not, the worst case scenario is, well, just Assault Tackle one of your energy off then, right? That's still irritating. But, yeah, it's... This deck is really cool, though. Like, we've seen Metal Transfer happen so many times before, and obviously this is a pretty solid way of using it here. And, I mean, Corviknight is really cool. I didn't know how good this card was going to be initially, but the more as soon as I started playing with it, I was like, oh, this is legit. You know, like, this deck is actually kind of great. So, I was pretty happy with this. I think we've seen...
It does really good numbers. It's easy to swap between it. The attack condition isn't really a problem.
And, I mean, Bronzong just makes it
That's
so...
Cheryl.
It's so easy to abuse the Cheryl here as well. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah. It's you could.
The Bronzong itself is not unreasonable either. I was tempted to see if I could get a Jirachi or something with that.
Yeah,
70 is
I'm
70.
I was really thinking, there's enough energy around here. I would have been sorely tempted to have just Zen Headbutted this instead of going in with a Corv. Had just been like, I would have probably not evolved the other one at that point and just been like, okay, Zen Headbutt here, there's a 2-prizer that I can bring in, so then that 3-prize turn, you've still got to work like really, really hard for it at that point to get the KO with
I
the
don't
Urshifu.
think I had the second one
You had
available, or I had just gotten it.
You were getting it that turn. It was this one was like gusted up, and you were getting the other one with PCOM that turn. So yeah, at the time you didn't, but you could have just like pre-prepped the Core V to go in. There was enough energy on board. You just go like attach, transfer up to this. You've still got enough energy to go with this guy as well, and then preserve it from there. That was a possibility, but yeah, that's. Versatile is probably the best way of putting it with the stuff here, right? And that's it's really good to see.
The big issue with Single Strike is that it has no versatile at the moment.
It is definitely not versatile.
It gets better later with Umbreon. Apparently, it actually does really well in Evolving Skies format with Umbreon.
Yeah, Umbreon is pretty good, I would say.
Umbreon also has great art.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Isn't Moonbreon like one of the most expensive cards in the TCG?
Probably, yeah. It is a very highly sought after one, so yeah.
The Karen's Umbreons are also pretty up there.
Yeah. Right, so who am I playing first, and do we want the dumb thing, or do we want my actual thing first?
Go ahead, Pepper.
I'm bringing a kind of... Like, not the dumbest thing you've ever seen, but it's not really a meta thing.
Alright, dumb it is then. Let's see how this works. This is going to be amusing. Yeah, I guess I probably should go that side. Oh, not? Okay, that's fine. I will go that side. No, don't worry about it. It is totally fine. Everybody changes colors at once, so I'm just like, I'm a wait and I'm a make sure of what's going on.
You usually go purple anyways?
Yeah, that's all good. Let's go for Tails. Alright.
I'll go first.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, actually, no, that's fine, that's fine. Since I'm going second, I should probably put that down first. Alright, good luck. Oh yeah, that's always an annoying stuff.
I'm just gonna do us all a favor and scoop this.
Oh, it's unfortunate this hand was actually really good too. That's okay.
Even if I kept playing.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Money, which would have helped it, but it's like.
It's fine. I'm not too upset with that. It's just like, man, it would have actually been pretty good. Well, I ain't gonna show any more than what I have already, so.
Good round. Sorry about that, but
yeah, it's alright.
Happens.
Do you want to see? I'll still go first.
Yeah, you might as well still go first.
And Molt.
Okay, well I do have that, so that's fine. Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary there. We saw the from the prize and stuff, right? We saw the Koko last time round, so.
Molt.
Ah, yeah, it's that sort of one, right? Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay, we get a start.
Okay, I'll take my 2. Nothing else I think I need to put down immediately, so yep.
Sure. Quick ball is guard, great catcher.
Yep.
Search a Voltorb.
Mm-hmm.
Catch up weakness, guard energy, and pass.
That actually, unironically, might come up at some point here. That's pretty funny. Okay, Pokémon PZ.
Yeah. I actually do. You do have to run it in this kind of deck in this format because of all the bears.
Yep.
Fair.
No, unironically, that might actually come up at some point in this game. There is something I could hit for weakness in this matchup, so... It's annoying that it doesn't do the other bit, but that's fine. Well, we're going to grab Porygon, because obviously we kind of need to. Electrode is search from deck, isn't it? So that's kind of good here. Just trying to remember it at this point, to be honest. It's one of those that you kind of look at, but also kind of don't. Check for prizes. That's 1, 2, 3. That's pretty unlucky, but whatever. No, I think I only have 3 of that, so that's fine. But there's probably one of those away. I know one of those is away, so that's like 4 that I know. That's in there, that's in there, that's in there, so that's all fine. One of those is away as well. Ugh, okay. Could be a bit awkward, but we'll just have to see. Right, 4 there, which is fine. Okay, we're ready to get the silliness on the road here, because behold, silliness.
Amazing.
Yep. We're gonna put down Aurora Energy, discard Leon, and we're gonna Marnie here.
Okay. I'm not mad about that. I'm not.
Air Balloon down on the Porygon, and we will Gormandize for the free.
Okay. Okay, nice. Evolution Incense.
It's pretty good.
Trode, so I should get Trode.
Yeah, it is from deck. That's what I thought. It's just like Electrodes do various different acceleration methods at various different times, so I wasn't immediately sure until I saw it again.
And I'm going to use it immediately.
Okay.
It gets knocked out, so you take a prize.
I do. Yeah. I mean, I think the energy goes on first, but it doesn't matter here, so yeah.
Bench another V, and Marnie.
Yep, that's fair. I mean, I'm not super thrilled about it, but it's fair.
Right, found a VMAX.
Yep.
Catch a lightning to be benched, and max shot knocked.
Yep. We will drop.
Where the paralysis is not going to come up very often, isn't it?
Speed lightning. That was almost good, but not quite. Bruno. Let's grab that. I could have just hit the button, I guess, and then shuffled the deck, but you know. Draw the 7 because I had a KO on me last turn. Great. Okay. It's kind of rough. Yeah, that is sort of annoying. I'm gonna bench this guy down, Air Balloon switch. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that's worth doing. I think the answer is probably no at the moment. Go ahead.
Okay. Evolve bench to VMAX. Energy spinner because I forgot to take it out after I made this deck not a greens deck. Yeah, there should be another raw energy. I goofed. And yeah, another Marnie. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it happened again.
Hang on.
That's why you don't keep just like immediately dumping your face like that, right? You're too hasty. And now you shuffled the Marnie right before you've drawn, so
I didn't shuffle the Marnie. I didn't shuffle the deck rather as I did.
Never mind, we fixed it.
Yeah. Well, yes. Got me back to our original state, so
play
the Marnie.
Right,
Leave
so
it
the
there.
Marnie is there. Right, okay.
for the thing to conclude, then draw the 5. Not so better. Swirly attack. Yep. I'm going to take the max shot knockout.
Yep. Alright, we'll draw. Oh, that's not completely awful. Just gotta kind of think on ordering for this now. Go that one. So we discard that, grab. So we can draw four. Probably okay. Quick ball, discard, speed lightning. Grab ourselves Crobat. Coating metal can go down here, and then we will Crobat draw 4. Yeah, there we go. Candy onto that. You kept moneying them to the bottom. I had like 2 in my previous hand. That's why I was like, I've got to put the Crobat down first to shuffle draw here. Right, Zamazenta. Told you I've got a weakness hidden here as well.
Oh,
oh yeah.
very scary looking one, actually.
I told you, didn't I? Okay, I have an air balloon. I just don't know which one needs to get it here. Probably the Zamazenta, to be honest. Dedenne, discard the Snorlax. By the way, Speed Lightning onto Dedenne is amazing. So, that is one of the reasons it is in here. Oh, you might be getting tingled at this point, I'll tell you. It's a non-zero chance. Right, turn attach, basic metal. Because obviously the specials will get thingy from that, so... just trying to think what I actually want to hit with here. Probably the Raikou, to be honest, right? Because 120 to both of them.
Numbers and everything else.
Yeah, 120 to both is kind of absurd here, right? So, aromatic on that. We are going to go Aurora Energy here, discard whatever, because I'm going to research the Raikou away anyway, because I'm out of bench space at this point. But I think I've kind of set a pretty solid look here, so that's fine. Aromatic on here, Aurora here, discarding PZ, and then we'll Air Balloon switch out, and amazing shot to 120 to both.
It's a terrifying board setup.
That's a freaking good setup there, yeah. Not gonna lie, that was quite a good turn.
Okay. Bench to B. Speed Lightning.
Yep.
Pushing Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that means I get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's gonna stop you.
Out my way. Which one goes supposed to be for this? Because not the matchup is supposed to begin. And scary thing over there.
The problem is it doesn't stop the paralysis part, but you've taken so many prizes here that I think I'm probably still okay with that, right? Yeah. I can't hit this turn anyway because of Weakness Guard energy, you will survive it, so it's like, I'm probably okay with that.
I mean, the Zacian itself does the job.
Oh yeah, the Zacian does the job, that's the goal here.
Pokémon, Eldegoss?
Yep.
just balls it up. Sit on it. Get a Koko Prism.
Seems pretty
Just,
good, yep.
From the bench for a bit.
Yeah, makes sense. It's 130 HP too, so I can't Raikou it.
And I have to research from here. Discarding Stamp Lightning Voltorb.
Yep.
Okay. And Max Shot.
Yep. Alright, let's see what we get. Rosa. Basic energy is going to be a grass. Although I don't know if it's going to do any good this turn, but it's going to be there anyway. I think we grab Ordinary Rod here as the item, and the Pokemon. Actually, no, it does do kind of good because I can grab another Zacian, so I can get some setup with that too. Although I don't know if I can actually attack with it at this point, but that is a whole other problem for later. I think I can't. No, maybe I can, but it might be in the prizes. Yeah, I think it is. That's fine. So we'll use the Ordinary Rod. I will shuffle in one Raikou and one Metal Energy. Don't think I really need anything else here, to be honest, so we don't get the extra Pokemon. These are currently in hand. Just thinking whether or not I need to attach here. Because it's like if I bench this guy, then I probably should. Yeah, bench him and attach there. Air Balloon out, and Amazing Sword for 300.
Think on what goes in here.
The guy with Zero Retreat, maybe, but then
Not
I guess
necessarily.
Well, you see, the problem is I'm on 2 prizes, right? Zacian reads if you have a VMAX in play, do 300. It does not have to hit a VMAX, it only has to have one in play, so I do 300 to everything.
Which is disgusting.
It is. I mean, it might still be correct not to if you're looking at trying to get a fresh guy in, but then you've got to get a Weakness Guard energy down stat, right? Because otherwise I'm just going to get this guy set up and kill you that way.
I think I know what to do. I still think it's correct, actually, here.
Yeah. I don't think this is necessarily wrong, I'm just like giving you the options because obviously very weird state to be in, right?
Yeah. This has to... Okay, I think... But Foam has to have 3, obviously. Get him a Koko beat.
Yep.
Lightning on this guy. 2 lightnings for Dance the Agents at this point. That doesn't matter, so gonna have to.
Yep.
The other thing is that I can just use it too. Like I also not thinking more at the point of mistake. Well, is it though?
Well, you see, if you didn't get this down, then I just Raikou you, right? And I just hit you down with that because I've already hit it for 120 anyway. So like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't here, right? This gets lost zone for what it's worth.
Oh yeah.
It's been a while, yeah.
I'm just thinking. This has not realistic. Killing it doesn't even do anything though with that second one there. You know, I think I'm dead, but I may as well show off what the deck actually has.
Sure.
It does play a strategy.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
So it can do shenanigans. I'm trying to figure out what I want to go from here. Stamp.
Yeah, makes sense. Just gonna shuffle it that way.
This is meant to be a play from behind it. It is not the matchup this is made for.
Fair.
First thought was going to be research. Toss that away.
Yep.
VMAX, fine. Boss in... Oh, no, that's how I win a boss. Yeah, so we down boss. Boss that in. Favorite tree, and let's see if you have boss. Let's see.
Oh, I have worse than that. Yeah, I have worse than that. Because I have Quick Ball, discard Bruno, because I did fire in a thing earlier called Leon.
Oh.
Yep. 330
Well
amazing
played.
sword. Let's go.
Well played.
So if I didn't have that, I did draw Speed Lightning for turn, so I could have gone in. I could have gone Quick Ball for Raikou, get like Speed Lightning. Realistically, I'd probably do because I want to try and grab it. Right, I have the Raikou, I can Speed Lightning here, try and draw it from there. But yeah, I discarded Leon right at the start of the game with the initial like Quick Ball stuff. So it's just. Yeah, sitting on the Eldegoss for the end there. Because I realized 300 is really good, but it isn't quite there, right? And if you, like, stop things, or if a Cheryl comes in, then it's kind of annoying, right? So...
Same reason I'll look at it in my single strike list.
Exactly. So I was like, you know what would solve this? If I put a Leon and an Eldegoss in the deck here, so I can just kind of draw the out. So I was kind of talking about this beforehand because when Sai expressed more interest in playing the Corviknight deck, I was like, I don't have a second that I'm gonna play right now, and I was looking at stuff going, well, you know how good Lugia ended up being with this stuff. It's like, what if we try this with the Porygon, right? This guy's gonna be going away pretty soon anyway in terms of rotation, so I thought, you know. What if we try this? Because it'd be hilarious. My initial idea was with Yveltal and Reshiram because they share Dark and Fire within their cost, and Hiding Darkness is pretty good. Piers is obviously kind of good for this sort of deck because you can take a special energy as well as the Crobat, so that's kind of nice. But I ended up finding it was a little bit too awkward, and then I realized these three share like 2 energy between them each, right? And they all are within, with the exception of the one fighting on Zamazenta, they're all within the same 3/4 energy bit here, right? So like Raikou is Lightning, Grass, and Metal. The Grass and Metal are on the Zacian, and the Lightning and Metal are on the Zamazenta. So, okay, we can probably play all 3 of these because Aurora Energy can fill in all the blanks in that, right? That's completely fine. If we focus on the Raikou, because this attack is broken, by the way, if we focus on the Raikou, then getting 120 twice is super good for like all sorts of stuff here. The Zamazenta just kind of messes with a lot of the VMAX stuff that's here at the moment, which is pretty good. And the Zacian, of course, just hits 300 as well. So like the biggest thing you're worried about is the VMAX matchups, because that's like basically every matchup right now. The single prize matchups you're not really too fussed about because Raikou just decimates them, right? If you can get rid of the Mew enough, then you just 120 snipe. Like this one-shots the Bronzong, right? So if you don't put Mew down, for example, in the thing that we had at the top, it just wrecks it entirely. Your Houndoom is slightly safe, unfortunately, but I could probably still just pick off a prize off a Jirachi or something, take a 120 here, and then just KO otherwise. I hit you for weakness in this matchup with the Zacian, so your Urshifu's not safe even if you don't max it, right? So it just dies anyway, and yeah, it's so stupid, but it is what it is. And
you hit your Urshifu for 600 damage.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I need the Mew to block Rapid Strike because I really wanted to cut this thing, but I just can't because all of my dudes are 110 HP, so Rapid Flow just destroys this otherwise. So I have to survive it that way, which is annoying. But yeah, it's like all of these guys also have 2 retreat, so it worked out really well for Air Balloon too. I figured that Eldegoss was fine to add because you can just shuffle the stuff back into the deck with it anyway. It just, you know, kind of like what you do with Luminion in Lugia stuff later, and actually at the time of recording into the future as well, because Legacy Energy is also going to enable that play again, where you just keep shuffling it back in. The Crobat obviously is a bit of a necessary evil, but you don't always want to discard your stuff with Dedenne, that's why I don't play two of it. The Crobat does let you keep a rare candy in hand as you try and fish for the PC, so that's fine. The Dedenne itself can use Speed Lightning, which is hilarious, so, you know, it's just like Dedenne, then get a Speed Lightning onto it, and you draw extra cards as well. It's the same as the Raikou here. That's why I think this build ends up working better than the Reshiram one, because Speed Lightning is just ridiculous, right? We saw it with you as well. It's just like, it's a free draw too. It's crazy. So, you know, playing the Raikou for that. I did initially have like bulkier lines on stuff here and an entirely special energy core, but then Ordinary Rod just feels really good in here, right? Being able to recover the pieces if you need a... Yeah, and Rosa. When I realized it's like, I could Rosa for Porygon-Z Rare Candy plus like, you know, the basic energy down here, right? I was like, that sounds like a really good idea. Why don't I swap like a couple of these that don't have their bonus effects anyway, and just go and put a couple of basics in here too? Because then I can Rosa for them, I can Ordinary Rod them back into the deck in case I need a bit more sustain, because these are all expensive attacks, right? They take a lot to do. Free energy per attack is huge. So even if you like manage your Pokemon properly, it's still, you're going to end up running out of energy if you just keep getting your attackers KO'd, right? To say nothing of what if I start with a Crobat, or what if I start like Mew and I have to retreat it or something, right? So yeah, it's just one of those fun things, like you can attach a ton of them. There's only a couple of different energy you can't attach with a PZ, and that's completely fine. The rest of these don't get their bonus effects, but because this is Gen 8, they don't have the clause where you can only attach them to the specific type of Pokemon. So we can attach these completely fine, unlike Gen 6. And yeah, I mean, clearly it does stuff, right? I know this isn't the best, like, matchup thing for it, but you do just consistently one-shot me every turn. It's not that bad of a thing for it, right? It's the expected outcome. It's a VMAX that consistently one-shots me every time, and yeah, I have one thing that can hit for weakness against it, but you've got Weakness Guard energy for that anyway.
Yeah,
Zamazenta is...
You're gonna have to run two of these when you're in the bear format.
Yep, and Zamazenta is an annoyance for you, but if you've got the Weakness Guard energy so it doesn't one-shot, you still KO Zamazenta with Tapu Koko Beat, so like, it's not an entirely foolproof plan that way either. So like, I think... Yeah, this also, yeah, that could be annoying. So like, I don't think you were completely out. Yep, and you had Hammers. I don't think you were completely out of this, like, by matchup. It just, I kind of popped off in the middle of that. This is why we still play the Crobat and the Dedenne and all of that in the single prize decks as well, because they are just too good not to, right? I've tried with like pure Snorlax builds and a lot of things here, and it's just, you don't have agency on your own turn, to say nothing of the fact that I always get Marnied every single goddamn turn when I use this thing.
Because it's giving you people prizes and trying to play from behind a bit.
Yeah, like seriously, you are not out based on the matchup here, right? This was not.
Stamp you to 2 as well. That's not exactly easy to get out of.
That stamp, by the way, you shuffled me out of like 2 Marnie, a Bruno, and a Research. So, you know, I support us for days. Like, it was just ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't know. I was super excited when I actually realized, wait, this deck can kind of do stuff. This is insane, right? It's got an attacker for just about everything, right? You've got the huge swing on the VMAXs, you've got a decent, like, even against single price stuff, 180 is a decent shot, right? That one shot is basically all of the single price stuff, so you've got one trade there at least. And, like, Raikou is just busted. There's no other way of putting it. There's a good reason why Lost Box had a variant that played this initially, because the card is just ridiculous. So, I think Lugia had a really strong version with this as well. Like, 120 is unbelievably strong. So, yeah. That's the deck in a nutshell. It's dumb fun, but we made the amazing rares actually do something, and I think that's an achievement in its own right, you know.
Yeah. Talk more about this.
Yep.
Basic idea is to put yourself behind with the Electrode, and then basically constantly tell the opponent to find their switches or get stuck.
Yep. Because this
Shock is perfect numbers, 2-shot VMAX at the moment, and well, paralysis spam's annoying.
yeah, it's one of those things that even with Cheryl being a thing, it's like that doesn't matter if you can't actually switch as well. And I think that would kind of stuff the Victini a little bit because I have Air Balloon in there, but I don't think I've got like normal switch cards in comparison. Because usually Air Balloon is enough for the stuff that way, and it just gives you easy pivoting like the whole way through. But yeah, someone like this can really prey on that, where it's just, well, now you can't do much, so have fun.
That should be enough energy just saying that right now. There was a variant of greens with greens and Bolton that I was looking at, trying to hybridize, but it didn't work out, so
yeah.
I ended up going back to a more normal supporter spread and the 2 prize guys.
Yep, makes sense.
Like, because I'm playing from behind, I get to play a strategy. I can think about more supporters in here, like a third boss, maybe a second strategy, because it does kind of just go off.
Yeah, we're on like 10 supporters total in here, so I could see it.
Kind of compromise my own for the Elder Goss, but it's just finding the numbers to make things work there.
Yeah.
Like that might be a boss, for example.
Yep.
Or the easiest place to get a boss in. Hammers reset stamp are there because we're aggro. We're trying to basically try and keep the opponent out of the game, make it as hard as possible for them to attack and find switches and stuff.
Yep. And then everything's got like a 1 or 0 retreat, so the U-turn board is pretty good too, with the exception of the
thing is the
Vikavolt,
which is in there because while it's good for hitting 3 prizes, it kind of leaves 2 prizes on low HP. So sometimes the best thing to do is just send Vikavolt in there, finish something off, and let them have an itemless turn.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Exposing 2 prizes to the 3.
That was very impressive.
There's also deck tingly, by the way.
Yes, yes, it can.
Koko attach can happen.
I just find
another
it.
paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing hitting their switch cards.
More paralysis. I just found it hilarious when I was realizing I was like retooling this because I had triple Snorlax and stuff in here initially, like 3 Snorlax, 1 Crobat, etc. When I was tooling this back down and going for it, I was like, wait, I can speed lightning to this and then Tingly Return, put the speed lightnings back in hand so I can do it again, right? It's like, this card's broken in here. You know, it's so good. Like
auto paralysis again is very good.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like ever we're gonna have a GX attack that does anything else in here, right? So, you know, that 50 also sets up Amazing Sword. Just say it. So, it's like so good. I didn't put too many Rosa in here because I hate relying on the cards that you can only use on a KO. Like, it's good in this matchup, obviously, when you're taking a KO from, like, turn 2 every turn. But when sometimes you just get, like, the Snorlax stuck in the active initially when the opponent is also setting up, and then it's like, well, my only supporter I drew was Rosa, and I can't do anything with it. So, like, at least Bruno, as bad as it is when you don't have a KO last turn, you still shuffle draw 4. So it still does something, which is more than Rosa can say. So, I don't actually know how impactful that Rosa was in the middle of the game, but at least it got to the second Zacian in case weird stuff did happen there, right?
Because there's only one Zacian on board, I probably just try to kill it and then boss your next turn.
Yeah.
Make it work for it that way.
Or you would have bossed maybe the PZ or something, and because I would have had like 2 energy on this guy maybe, and I only had 1 PZ in play, so it's like you could have potentially bossed that if I left it without one of these threatening stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can't ask for a better showing than that though. That was, yeah, it showed everything that I did with this too. I was tinkering this for most of the afternoon because I was like, I'm trying to work out what else do I play with the stuff here. It initially was like okay into my Corv build, but my Corv build didn't have the Mew, so that made things a lot more complicated when I threw that into the mix, which is kind of why the Leon ended up coming in as well. Doesn't do much when they put the goggles on, but you can't beat everything all the time with this stuff, so you've kind of got to just like take a hit somewhere. But this thing is really helpful, to be honest.
Also, 10 off of 10 artists is not ideal.
No.
You have shields for that matchup. So.
Yes, we do. We hit that for 360 with Amazing Shield.
Right, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. And, I mean, so the thing is with the Zamazenta is, like, it has the one energy that the others don't have, so it's not something that I want to play tons of, because I'd have to play, like, a basic fighting or something in here as well. But with the Ordinary Rod, I can get it back in the matchup it's actually needed in, so I think it's still fine as a one-off in here. Initially had, as I said, a third Raikou, but with the Ordinary Rod, I could kind of switch that for the Dedenne so that I was able to keep up that way as well. And I think overall this ended up being pretty solid, so good to see I can still come up with some original stuff sometimes, and it kind of works out, you know? We've been yearning for a single prizer that does something in this format, and this is as close as we've ever gotten to one that's like, actually, wait, this could be good. You know? This could be really fun.
Yep. Nice to see real cards for a change.
Yeah. Right then, Sai, that leaves you with the other one from me then, doesn't it? So, I guess I'll shift this side.
No worries, sorry, I was just at the bathroom.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just saying that leaves you with my other one then, doesn't it? So, whew. Good times with that, though. I mean, I didn't know if we were gonna see something like the Koko here, given all the bears this round. So, good times to see that as well. Right, what would you like?
Heads, please. Okay.
I can go either way with this, but I guess I'll go first because you might as well get evolution advantage if you can, right? VMAX are evolutions after all, and unfortunately that does Jackal. It's a big fat dud. Yeah, this probably isn't gonna be the most favorable matchup for the bit here, but we'll see. RNG decides, I think, on this one. Oh dear God, that's 2.
Yep.
Back in a minute, I'm gonna refill my drink.
That's fine. Do that. Well, it is one. For better or for worse here, we'll see. So you get your 2. If there's anything else you want to bench, then do
No,
now.
I didn't even want to bench this thing.
Oh man, the Crobat starts. Yeah, it happens. Alright, let's see what we can do. Survey says maybe not that much to start with. I'm going to Pokémon Victini VMAX back in. Real shame this didn't get a character rare or something, or like the secret rare stuff. So, unfortunately, I do not have the air balloon as well. Otherwise, this would have been a good time to have shown off the Talonflame. But I do not have a way of switching the Salander out the active that doesn't involve paying energy, so I can't do the Talonflame. Basically, for anyone who doesn't know, showing it on the screen at the moment, if you have an energy for it, you can discard, draw 6 on the first turn, go on first. So that's why this deck can play both sides. It's kind of nice that way. I do have a Victini V, so we will grab that. Just checking for anything too obvious otherwise. A couple of prizes that could be a thing, but we'll work on it. Going to attach 1 to the Victini, and that will have to do for now. Go ahead.
Capture energy.
Okay, capture's pretty good.
Let's see, what do we got? No restrictions.
No restrictions. It's a good card. Yep. Bird! Number 2.
Grab bird. Quick ball discarding Dedenne.
Yep. Yep.
We have our second bird.
The Cyber Bird. I guess this one, I mean, it's not entirely, but this is another thing you could technically sort of get away with calling double ducks.
Quick ball discarding. Recycle energy.
Ooh,
Don't
yeah.
want to, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's rough, because obviously you can't get that back from discarding it for hand. Unfortunately,
But I would like to get another duck if possible here.
Yeah, because it prevents me from being like, I don't know, boss, draw air balloon or something and just wreck it with was it intensifying burn? I think this thing's got. No, it's energy burst. Intensifying burn is one of the other ones. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, we will draw. Oh. Well, I mean, I also have a bird now, but I don't know if I want to bench it because it's not that good here. Has 190, which doesn't really matter in terms of total HP stuff here. Because I'm not playing Cape of Toughness or like Heat Fires or anything, so... Ah, dear. You know, I think I want to just straight ship this. I'm gonna research, discard that.
Alright.
Okay, that gets somewhere. How good is it though? Okay, well obviously I can't use like anything that accelerates directly and does damage here, so there's no way that I can KO this thing this turn, which is probably for the best. I have an interesting line, I just don't know if it's good enough here. Because it's like, I guess I could gamble and draw more, or I could just establish a better board here. Is this guy searching out for a Pokemon? It's kind of neat. Because like, I guess I don't have to go all in with it this turn. Yeah, probably. Alright, I'm gonna put an energy there then. I'm gonna put another Salandit down, and I am gonna actually use the call sign. Search for any Pokemon. Which I think is probably just gonna be a Salazzle here, actually.
Recycle energy?
Yep.
Unfortunately, I have to dump this hand because it's not... It's awful, really.
Yeah, ugh. This has been the toughest bit I've had with P2 decks, is trying to establish. Like,
And of course, I fucking get it.
I really wanted to go down to 3 red candy in that deck I showed before, but it just was not playable at that point, right? Even though it's you really want to. So I know the pain here.
Put down another Cramorant. Go ahead.
Ooh, okay. We will draw. Okay, so now I have the interesting thing of like, exactly how do I want to do this? We are going to quick ball discarding a fire. Not sure if I'm going to need anything too specific here. So like, whoa, no, it's another Victini. I guess nobody saw that coming. I'm gonna keep it here at the moment because I might ding that in a sec. We're gonna Fire Crystal because I have 3 in discard now. It's kind of why I researched instead of Marnie. It's like I'm just gonna ship those 2 to the discard because I can crystal them back, which is fine. We know I have a Salazzle, so we will do that as well. We're going to use the Roast Reveal on the Salazzle, discard fire, draw 3. Okay, that helps a lot, actually. We will then go second Salazzle, because it's got a 1 retreat, I can still pay that. Roast Reveal to draw another 3. Okay. That's a lot of cards to play down here. Okay. Pcom Victini VMAX. Not sure exactly what I want off of this. It's just I don't want that in hand right now. I guess Volcanion is probably fine to get here. It's not like I'm gonna need that immediately. Is there anything else I want actually was to here? So I have another search option, so this is a little bit scary, but I don't think I can do much about that this turn, to be fair. No, I think we're probably fine. Start to there. I have the VMAX. You know I have the third energy left because of Fire Crystal. I'm gonna bench the V. I guess we just ship it anyway. You've got an attach if I do or whatever. We're gonna boss up the Cram with the energy on it. Because I think this is probably fine. Pay the 1 to retreat. And yeah, not much else to do with it. We will max victory. 220 to a Pokemon V.
I actually wonder if the energy was better to leave on board.
I mean, the thing is, there's no PZ
Skyla.
yet. Yep. There was no PZ in play, so it's like, if I get rid of the energy, then it's at least something that
They
way.
can have it.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
basically. Yep. So we get the Red Candy Porygon-Z. Yep, now we can just kind of go
Powerful
all
colorless,
in.
recycle, recycle.
Yep.
Problem is, I can't really. No, there's no point. I can't get the VMAX for this.
Yeah, because you've Skylit, so yeah. Ugh. Understandable, yeah.
Crobat start just miserable.
It's frustrating, yeah.
Oh, I had to tap the Porygon there and hope for no boss.
Yeah, and I'd saved my Quit Ball for Eldegoss to go for boss there. Right, so you're going first on this one again then? No, I went
Yep.
first last time, yeah. Womp. Womp.
I'm slightly disappointed that Glimwood is only attacks, because it would have been funny to have Glimwood also supporting Opal in here.
Yeah, but can you imagine Glimwood with Crushing Hammer? Like, god fucking damn,
Oh.
dude.
Okay, yeah. Let's say Pokemon supporters only.
I think I'm actually going to put a lot down here, I think, because I have quite a few, and it's just like, I know it's probably not necessary, but this guy's got no retreat, and the other two are really, really good going first, so I think I'm just going to go for all of them, just to make sure nothing stupid happens here. I don't know what could. No, Reset Down could, that's what, so yeah. It is an item that exists in the format after all. Yep.
Energy.
Capture's pretty good. Yeah, I was thinking about it, like, I don't know which one of these I'm going to end up being able to use turn 1, so let's put the Zero Retreater out first, and then it's like, but, you know, like, what if I just put them both down anyway, just to make sure, right?
Go ahead.
Okay, we will draw.
We're due to get unfair stamped soon. Apparently, that's seen play in Japan.
Yeah, that can only work on KO though. It's like Rosa sort of condition, so it can't work on the first turn gone first. Okay. I have Quit Ball, I just don't know exactly what I need to discard here. I think I want
Not completely unfair stamp.
Oh, it's pretty unfair. I think getting rid of a fire probably just makes sense here. So we have those, that's there, that is there, don't really want that just now. I don't think I play the other one in this deck, so that is completely fine. That's like 3 enterprises, that's kind of annoying. I mean, those will help. Salandit. we're just going to ship the rest of this because I have Air Balloon and I think Volcanion can get the other one. Research his last card, so ship all of that. Okay, not exactly how I wanted to do it, but it will do, I suppose. I have half, so will you do that? We will discard a quick pull to get 2 fires. Which I think I'm going to discard one of them for a quick ball here. Because I think the best play here is probably Volcanion. So we'll grab another Salandit. Energy on there. I could accelerate 2 from the discard, but I've also got Fire Crystals, so I might be able to get them back with that anyway. To there, another Victini can go down. This can 0 retreat, be in the Talonflame, and we will use the Flare Starter to get 3 fires out of deck. Which may or may not end up being good, but we'll see. We're gonna shove 2 onto that guy and 1 here, just in case.
Quick ball discarding Detonate.
Yep.
Wait a minute, how?
I went second. This is my first turn.
Yeah, no, number 4. Yeah, I blanked completely.
Yep. Now, don't worry about it. I'm good. I've worked it through. Yep.
I don't want to do this, but I need to draw cards. Reset stamp.
Yep, that's fair.
Crobat V. Dark Asset.
Yep, which is drawing 3. Yep. I understand. Regrettable, but understandable. Yep.
I haven't.
You have not supported this turn now.
Skyla.
Yep. There is no supporter in the discard to have used. It's pretty good.
Capture energy.
Yep. Porygon-Z showing up this week, eh? It's just so fun though, like, there's a lot of weeks that we've used it for here, but it's just such a fun card to use, like, you know. Why would you not, right?
Things each time, isn't
yeah,
it?
It is. Like, it's done just about everything, really.
A retreat.
Yep. You cannot triple XL to a Cramorant V. Does this change what you want to do?
I mean, it means I can't really do anything, so...
Do you want to go back in with that? Yeah.
Pass.
You can quick draw. You can get a card off of this if you're leaving it in the active. Yeah. You might as well.
Quick draw.
Yeah.
It mattered. In theory.
Oh, it fucking didn't.
Okay. Well, I have Salazzle, so we will get that down. Gonna Giant Half discard Fire here. That's right. I've got 3 in the discard now. Yeah, that's fair. Grab ourselves the 2. I had 2 Victini VMAX at the top of the deck there. If I roast revealed, that would have been funny. Okay. I mean, I do have 1 at the very least, so I'm gonna get that down. I think we do roast here and draw the 3. I see. Okay. There's a way, I just don't know if it's what I want here. I guess is one of my most worried about with it here. You get one back. Yeah, I probably still should. We'll boss up the Cram with the energy on it, because one of those is going away for sure. This thing's got a 2 retreat, so we can switch out there. Thinking if there's... what else? We'll go Quick Ball, discard a Welder here. And then the resulting Volcanion is going to get P-Calmed back into the deck, I think. Yeah. It's going to get P-Calmed back in so I can grab out the second Salazzle. So we'll do that. Roast Reveal for the draw. So that's both of them done now. Do I need this to be a... probably not. We'll P-Calm that Volcanion back in, glued to the freaking hand at this point apparently. Grab the VMAX back out. So we'll go there. Establishes that. And then... yeah, I think I'm probably comfy otherwise with that. We're going to just max victory for the 220. Take our 2.
Quick Ball discarding Porygon.
Yep.
Barney.
Yep. 4.
What's even the point? You set up way too fast.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. This deck kind of does that a lot. Yeah, I was a bit concerned when I saw free fire energy in the prizes. I was like, "Ooh, that's a bit annoying." But I've got free fire crystal as well, so I was like, I can burn every fire in my hand and stuff here, but it's not much of a problem. Drawing one in crystal just means I get my stuff back online with it here as well. So I think I was fine. Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to try and do something else with it, or do you want to just call it at that?
I'd like to try and get at least something
yeah.
out of this.
Sure. Let's fire in the other one then. Or do I want to try and do the silly thing? We try and do the silly thing, right? Because that's always the funny thing.
The Maractus had a better showing than this.
That's annoying to say as well, isn't it? Yeah, we'll try and do a bit of a sillier thing then. This deck is not particularly good, but that does not really matter here. Right, do you want to flip further? Do you want to? What do you like? Do you want to go first or what?
Let's flip.
We'll go tails then. Yeah, I will go first. Evolution advantage is good in these things. What is it with me and mulligans this time?
I don't want to play this start.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Completely fine. I had a mull anyway, so just fresh restart on this one. What in God's flat fuck is this hand? Yeah, that's. I think that's fine. Yeah, I've seen basically all of that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it as a mulligan because honestly, Pepper can see this and is probably laughing a lot at this as well. It's like, what the fuck is this? How is this? How does this keep happening?
How many Crobat are in that list?
Good lord. I think I do just have to go with that first.
Hey.
Okay, so it's more likely than our ones have been to start with it, but still annoying, yeah.
Good basic.
Every time?
Well, yeah, I know, it's... as the only basic, it is pretty annoying, like, every time but one so far, but...
Okay, this is usable.
Okay. I'm still gonna take the 2 balls off of that because it was technically mulligans. I think I need them here anyway with this hand. What in God's name is going on with this one? Okay,
That could be a problem.
Yeah, I mean this is pretty good against the spit shots. So like, it's in here for rapid strike, obviously, but it's pretty good against that. Right, yeah, because I have Bellsprout, so that should probably tell you how this is how this one might go. Quit Ball, fuck if I know what's actually getting discarded here. I think it's got to be Yellhorn that goes first, to be honest. Okay, he's there. One of those is away, it's kind of annoying. One of those is away. Where's my Ditto Prism Star when I want it, right? Dude, this deck would be insane. I know, but it would be so good with it here, like... This deck would be insane with Ditto Prism. Yeah, we're gonna get Salandit back out, big shock. I have a second Quit Ball, and I know I need to use it, I just don't know what it's going to be on and what the discard is right now. Does it have to be? No, he's not even in the deck. Did I prize both of them or something? What the hell? Yeah, alright, I guess Scoop Up Net's gonna go then, because I was gonna Scoop Up Net to like a Snorlax or something, if I had one. Gonna grab another Bellsprout here. I could have sworn... I'm sure I've still got a couple of them in the deck too, that's frustrating. Oh well. We'll put a Fire Energy down on this guy, and that will end the turn. Go ahead. To be fair, I might not have. I might only have one in at this point for all I remember. It's kind of hard to keep track.
Quick Ball discarding. This is too expensive right now.
Fair dues. Yeah, to be fair, like to be clear for people, I've gone through like 4 or 5 iterations of this deck so far, so I might not even still have that many Snorlax in here. So I don't remember. Yep.
Much powerful, colorless.
That actually might matter if you get unlucky. Yeah.
Marnie.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay, we will draw. That's how it'd be, huh? Alright, capture energy. Let's grab ourselves another Salandit. Yeah, and regrettably, I think I also probably just have to Marnie here.
That's a pretty good Marnie.
Yeah, fair dues, fair dues. Yeah, I didn't really have a lot to do otherwise there, so trying to think if I even want to put that down. No, I think it's probably fine. Side power, put 3 on this guy.
Which one, sorry?
The Cramorant. It's the damage. I mean, I probably should put 2 and 1, but whatever. The damage math works out this way, and I don't think the 1 on the Porygon is gonna matter.
This isn't gonna matter in this matchup, I don't think.
It's unlikely. It's possible, but it's unlikely.
Pokemon Communication, Porygon-Z.
Yep.
Field search. Actually, we'll get Gram, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
We
want
should
to
get
get
a crown.
another... Probably get another base down here. Yo! Hey, kid! Raw indeed. Thank you. Yeah, get the VMAX out now, so we... Yep.
Darkest set. This is
Yep.
it.
We get to see the funny birdie. Yep, draw 5.
Double.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, this hand isn't really going anywhere else from this, so... Recycle energy and quick draw.
Yep. This might be a case of you and me both on this one. We'll see. Yeah, about that. Twin energy down on here. This hand does all of jack and shit, so I'm gonna have to psi power. So this guy takes 30 less, which means with burn poison I would still KO it. Yeah, we're gonna put 3 on here, because even if I don't get the Yell Horn, then Derisive Roasting would still get the KO thanks to the status conditions.
Rare candy.
Alright. We're in business.
Unfortunately, this Mew is very dead.
Yeah, oh, it is 100% dead. Yeah. Pretty sure this game is dead too, unless I get like a research next turn, but we'll see.
And Max Jet.
Yep, for every heads, 80 damage. That's a lot of damage.
And Triple XL falls off.
Yep, Triple XL goes away for what it's worth. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. Alright, we might be able to do something with this then. Right, I have a Weeping Bell, so we evolve into that and burn poison the active here. Which isn't enough by itself, but if we can get the last part of this, we might be able to. I did discard 1 Yell Horn, but there's plenty left, so that's fine. I have another Salandit. I have the...
There isn't enough room.
There is not. I tend to just keep these at the side when it comes to this stuff at this point myself, but that's just what I've been doing in testing. Because it might not, if I get the KO, it won't matter. Right, so I've benched Salandit, done that. I think I have to just, like, actually burn the switch here so I can get more stuff going, as sad as that is. So we're going to go to the one that was benched last turn, and then I'm going to Crobat for the 5. Rosa. I think we actually get there then, right? Because we grab the Yell Horn as the trainer, we grab the basic fire, and the Pokemon, I mean it should probably be Salazzle, because I have one in hand, but I should probably establish 2 here, because I've got the one with the capture energy that can go as well. So do that, Yell Horn first, because it confuses both, and then I evolve to get rid of my own confusion. So there's the 3rd status condition on. I have played Twin Energy this turn, so I can't do that one. Thinking if I want to play that card this turn. Probably. We'll scoop up net the Weeping Bell just to make sure that's in rotation. And yeah, Derisive Roasting at 90 for each special condition. 270, then between turns, that does the remaining 30. Yep.
Your energy?
Yep, capture is good.
Not really, considering there's nothing
Well,
you can really do from here.
True, but like... Capture works here is what I mean.
There's nothing I can really grab that does anything.
Fair.
Revenge Blast.
Yep. And yeah, you know I have the fire from last turn, so I can definitely attack here. Cause yeah, you know I've still got the Weeping Bell, so that gets hit again. Just trying to think if there's anything else I'd want to do. Probably not, yeah. The hand was still like playable with other stuff, but I'm like, I don't think I need to do much else with it there.
Again, I prefer Maractus to this.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's one of those that like, it's another stage 1 that has to get set up as well with it, right? It's a multi-prize a bit. The damage is definitely awkward in comparison, but yeah, it's probably just as good with it there. Right, let's give these 3 a talking over then, and we'll wrap things up at that. So, Funny Birdie is the name of the game here. We've had another flip to do a bazillion damage deck with the stuff here in the Cramorant, doing 80 for each heads that it flips. Very much the same sort of thing as the Blissey that we saw before. This is the same sort of shell, just on a much bigger Pokemon here. We have to have a stadium instead of an actual Pokemon with the stuff here now, so Glimwood Tangle instead of the Victini, because that rotated a while back. And I guess this one doesn't have the Marnie, not the Marnie, the Cheryl to heal in case you do get the one-shot prevention thing, but like, probably not mattering as much with it that way. Yeah, it does a ton of damage if it actually gets to go, and the Cramorant V is pretty solid too. Like, it kind of does force the Mew to go down. If it doesn't go down, then that can just take out Dedene's Telescopic Sight, lets it take out Crobats and Eldegoss on the bench as well. So it's a big threat in its own right. Like, discard all energy doesn't matter when we discard the recycles. We saw this way back in my Snorlax deck, actually, with the Sword Shield base set, because I used the Cramorant as a one-of in there just for taking out Dedene's. Now you've got the tool that can actually help it take out the other bench sitters as well. So, yeah, straightforward enough setup with it. Just getting, you know, a ton of energy stuff with it down. Capture is really good to be able to play in these things. One thing I couldn't do in my amazing deck, because they take 3 different types of colored energy, is use Capture as well, so that's a big plus for the deck too. And you don't always need to flip as many heads as you would think, because Powerful Colorless can add up the numbers there as well if it need be. With full setup, it would have probably been quite scary for the Victini stuff over here to deal with it. We basically saw most of what this deck can do, with the exception of, like, I guess Talonflame is just a retreat bot this time, but that's probably totally fine. And it helped me at the start of the game. Like, I didn't know which one of the, like, the game 2, didn't know which one of the starters I wanted to play in the active. Like, did I want to search the deck for energy, or was I confident I was going to get energy discarded? In the end, both work, but I think searching the deck was better, so, you know, do be that way. But, yeah, Victini does 220 damage for 2 energy to a Pokemon V. It's unbelievably strong against, like, all the stuff that's come out in Gen 8 so far. Has a little bit of issues with the old guard, and especially tag teams are a bit of an annoyance for it, so that's why we have to have a couple of auxiliary attackers in here, much as I would rather not. I hate this Heatran by this point, but it's the best auxiliary fire attacker that we have right now. It is not too difficult for this deck to get like 7 energy in play, so I can just hot burn for 350 and take out anything that's in front of me, right? So I guess that's fine. And Talonflame, like, it doesn't do the most amount of damage ever, but it does KO Dedenne still, and discard 1 energy is not even that big of a cost, right? So, plus 0 retreat pivot, really helpful for a deck like this. It is weak to Tapu Koko though, so I guess get wrecked in that aspect, right? From the matchup stuff we've had. But yeah, it's good going first because the energy cost is so low here that if I just get VMAX out turn 2, I'm hitting 200, 220, no, like 220 on the important stuff in the active, like from the second turn. But it's also really good going second because I've got 2 attacks that can accelerate a lot of energy into play here. So yeah, Flare Starter was ridiculously good in game 2, but Spreading Flames, which is on the VMAX as well for some reason, can also do a lot there as well. The fact that it's on the VMAX as well means that I can use Cheryl in this deck without really any issue. Like, if you don't do 310 in one go to this thing, I'm just going to retreat, I'm going to Cheryl, heal the whole thing off again, and it's not even expensive to get attached and just, like, do stuff again. Worst case scenario, I just Spreading Flames, and I just set up, like, another future play. Cheryl is unbelievably good here. And something I think that was missed in the versions at the time, right? It was more just like Welder Box pure rather than playing any Cheryl for this deck. So I think this is much better, to be honest. And then the Salazzle is just because I wanted a draw engine. It's one of the few decks that can actually play this draw engine as well, which is pretty good. So I thought, yeah, we've got enough stuff in here. I've got 13 fire energy and 3 giant hearth to go search for them. It's totally reasonable to play this. With the mass amount of Fire Crystal that's still legal to play in here as well, it ends up being a really good resource engine to keep going. And then just a quick, I did have one Snorlax. It was priced. Okay. The funny burn derisive roast thieving here. This gets better. I say better in like kind of huge quotation marks, but it gets more functional with the Butterfree because you can take out the Yell Horns and just play the Butterfree at that point. But the idea is that for each special condition you do, your opponent has on them, you do 90 damage, which then with the burn poison is 300. Burn poison confusion is the main bit. The confusion is currently solely done by Yellhorn because I realized as much as Koga's Trap is fun to play and all, I kind of needed Leon because you don't one-shot VMAXs. We're sensing a pattern here, right? All the attacks I want to do this round do 300 damage, so I needed Leon to kind of get the one-up at the end here. But yeah, this guy, it's neat, but it's very one-note. It does that one thing and that one thing only. If you put Corviknight against this, I can't burn poison it with Dangerous Mucus, and I just lose immediately, right? Because what am I going to do to like a Coat and Metal Goggle thing that way? Like I can Yell Horn and do 60 to it, right? And then you just zero retreat out of confusion. Who really cares? You know, there's nothing I can do in that matchup, so... It's a fish in that aspect, but it is a really efficient thing. It uses the level ball stuff, which I didn't draw a single one of, but whatever. It gets to use level ball to search for all of its main pieces, which is really good. And that includes the evolutions, so that's always fun. Scoop Up Net is a stupidly busted card with this, but it's basically just replacing Devo Spray in this list, right? From the old Ninetales Amoonguss stuff. And yeah, Rosa is strong. The original list of this was playing like 4 triple acceleration energy and 4 twin as the stuff for it. I hate triple XL as like playing DCE 5 through 8 because you can't attach it to the basics, right? So if you have to research the hand away and the hand has got like 2 triple XLs, what are you even doing, right? It's just you can't attack for the rest of the game basically at that point. It's so frustrating. So I wanted to work in Captures because Captured works super well at getting the Bellsprouts into play as well. And then, well, if I'm using Rosa, so I can grab the Yell Horn that lets me basically do the play I did in the last game. It's like, if I want to work in Rosa so I can get the extra damage output, then I need a couple of basic energy in here as well. Which, of course, just like the Raikou Amazing list, lets me play Ordinary Rod. And so I can use one of those to pick the stuff back up as well. Yeah, an alternative option instead of Leon in here is Koga's Trap, but Koga's Trap doesn't do bonus damage, it poison and confuses, so it kind of is like, if I don't get access to Weeping Bell, then I guess I could use it and do damage, but Leon gets the numbers that I need in the end. And to sort of get that back, we've got Mewtwo over here as well. It only puts it to the top of the deck, so you do have to kind of preempt it a bit, but it's Scoop Up Net compatible. It's probably better than Eldegoss in this list. So yeah, that was pretty much it really. Yeah, I tried to make this work. This is the best I could possibly do with it. It's barely functional, I think, at this point. Like, if I had the Snorlax in game 1, it would have been much better because I had Scoop Up Net in hand from the start of the game, so I was going to scoop up the Mew and probably like rebench it, Gorman dies for 4 or 5 on turn 1. Get money, but like, who cares, right? It's getting this stuff out is the main thing. And yeah, it's awkward because I tried to play this with only Snorlax, and just like I said with the Porygon-Z like Amazing Rare deck, it doesn't work when you don't have any sort of way of drawing on your own turn as well. You really need, in this format, to be able to draw more than just with like a supporter card on your own turn if you're going for like the big setup mid-turn push, right? Or mid-game push.
As you've seen the issue with the Cramorant deck.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard because you want to play a bunch of these, so you've got a bunch of times that you can do that acceleration, but as we saw, we don't want to start them. And yeah, with the ratio here, it's like, yeah, you got unlucky, but you also are going to start them more games than we're comfortable with, I think, isn't it? So it's an annoying balance to try and work out. And yeah, I don't know.
And the other deck I was talking about, we were referring to Miraculous, is this.
Yep. which we played against my Blastoise list that isn't going to get shown this time because it's just another mid-tier thing with it. This one uses the Cricketune, which we haven't seen today. It's basically Instruct Guru, but you draw an extra one if it's in the active, which is kind of nice. And
this is lower to the grind, I think.
Yes, because you're using the basic solely for the attacking bit, which means and it's a single prizer, which means you can use Bruno more effectively as well. So you've got like the Bruno for it, you've got the acceleration on the stage 1 instead of a stage 2, so it's easier to set up that way. Level ball compatible with this guy as well, so you can get both pieces with that. And yeah, it does less damage, it's only 60 for each energy, but when you can attach like as many energy as you want to it basically, and we've got retrievals and stuff like that to get them back as well, and a recycler, like there's a lot of recursion for the bit there. You even get to play the extra stadium too. I know this is only 2 stadium in this list as well, so like granted you might not need as many to get the flips you need, but this can also be a bounce for stuff too, right? Like that's the other bit. This
oh, you have Tower of Shadows up, or Tower of Darkness up?
Yes. Or like the Tower of Waters, which I still think is the way to build that deck, but like maybe I'm too future brained on that one, I don't know. But yeah, no, I can completely understand why this would be preferable. The ceiling on this is lower, and like the versatility is lower because this is also a one trick, just like my deck over here, but you know, the actual setup is a lot easier, so I can completely understand why this would be the preferred option. Well, that's a lot of stuff coming out of this set. That just shows, compared to the ones we've had recently, that this is actually a set that was worth playing, right? Did a lot of good stuff off of this one. The one thing we didn't see was the Rapid Strike, but that's because nobody wanted to play it, I don't think. We do this a lot, don't we, where we just like don't want to play the best deck in the format.
I was thinking, good, but next week it gets Intel.
Yes.
Next round.
That's what I would have wanted.
It's not going anywhere.
No, it certainly isn't. That's what I like. If I was gonna build it, I wasn't a huge fan. I have a Zul's deck here, I think, so I might as well ding it out because it did do very well. I think this was this the winner of the global chat of the thingy, the Players Cup thing?
Before, I believe so.
Yeah.
It was Rapid.
It was the Rapid one. This was a Zul's deck. I'm pretty sure this was the one that won the Players Cup.
The Players Cup was an Intel list because it was next set.
No, there was a tournament on Limitless before that, right? Was it the qualifiers for the cup then, or was it the previous one? Remember, each set is like 3 months out. I think it might have been Players Cup 2, and then 3 was the one that had Intel. Oops. But yeah, so this is what we didn't end up thinking in, but I don't really like the way this is built. I'm not a huge fan of the Jirachi engine. Like, I mean, I know you made it kind of work with the single strike stuff, but I didn't really love it here, and I felt that stuff was just a bit less consistent than I would have liked. What I would have wanted...
the same one.
Yeah, once it loads in. What I would have liked... What's up?
This is the free list, and it was 4, which was the Intel list.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't remember exactly which number
Slightly
the stuff
different.
was, but yeah. So, I felt like, you know, the funny thing is I felt like this deck bricked more than it should have. Which is weird to say, I know, right? But maybe that's, it's just part of the format. But it's like, I really felt like this didn't do as much as I wanted it to in terms of like being able to make plays on your own turn, right? It's weird to say that when you've got like a Crobat, 2 Dedenne, plus the Jirachi stuff, but like the Jirachi stuff I think gets in the way a little bit. What I would have loved to have done is just play Intel, right? And play the Tower of Waters and stuff to keep going between these guys. And, well, you know what I've been saying this entire time. I want to play a Cheryl deck with this. This guy discards all the energy, or only uses 1 energy to begin with to do this 150. This is the perfect card for Cheryl in this set, right? There are other good ones we played today, but this is the Cheryl card to me. And to see none of it in here is like blasphemy to me, right? But to do that best,
taking 1, but
yeah, Todd played 1 and got top 4 in the cup to be, you know, to note it. But yeah, to be clear, I would want to play this with Inteleon. But to play it with Inteleon means you should play it next set when it gets so much better to do so, because Rapid Strike Inteleon comes out next set.
Yeah,
so
which
that's
fixes your damage.
Exactly, which is why I didn't want to play it this time round in the end, because I just didn't like the version of the deck that we currently have. That's pretty much where it is. Sai tried a Dragapult hybrid in the middle of like the midweek thing. Didn't go great. Victini kind of rolled it, I think, but that's because Victini is kind of insane as well. Let's be honest. This is.
I think people tried it didn't really catch on in long term.
Yep.
It's been more lists like that now. We got the full online tournament data for everything, all neatly packaged for us.
Yep. But yeah, that's why we didn't see this one this time round, because honestly, we just didn't really want to play it. And I mean, I think it was fun seeing the single strike instead, actually, because that's not the one that was played very often, but certainly an interesting deck to build. I think it was a good challenge for you as well, actually, to make that work, and you certainly did. You got it to do good stuff within that. So
yeah, I did realize going in that it wanted Karate Belt, it wanted something to sack. It just didn't seem like to be a good option, but the Jirachi worked better than expected, despite being a bit of a space hog in the list.
Yeah, like I said, I think you did perfectly fine with that one. It's nice to see a set that actually inspires the creativity side of things with it here, isn't it? Because being able to do this, God, you've seen what I've done with this one and being like, I'm just not gonna play anything that's normal. Who cares about that, right? So
Porygon is normal. Nice.
We're practicing.
It's like, yeah, I just managed to have a lot of fun with this set, I think, which is more than we can say for the majority of the Sword and Shield block so far, right? This one actually had a lot of cool stuff in it. But next time, Pepper's been hyping this one up a lot. Next time being Chilling Rain is going to have a lot more cool stuff, right?
Yeah, I've just been looking it up. It's like, hang on, there's actually a lot of stuff in this set.
Not least of all because it's chilled. Because, you know. So, yeah, we're going to off-stream take a quick look at that. You'll hear my thoughts on it when we get to the set description video. For now, thank you very much for watching. And till next time, take